is Cheyenne Valentine back today again with a new episode. Today's episode, I want to talk about how men do not want to provide. So they try to get you to move in with them and go 50-50. Alright? So the title of this video is going to be men. If you do not want to be a husband and you're not financially stable enough to provide, do not ask a woman to move in with you. Again, men, if you're not financially stable, you're not ready for marriage, do not ask a woman to move in with you, because all you want her to do is to be your roommate, okay, and go 50-50. All right, and men, if this does not apply, let it fly. I'm letting you know, men, that women do not want to. Women don't like this. Okay, women don't want anything to do with this. Now, a young lady emailed me and said that she wanted to know how to tell a man that she needs to be married before she moves in with him. And the last guy that she dated pretty much demanded for her to move in with him so that they could split the bills. She said no, and that relationship ended. And you know, look, she hit the nail on the head, because she said this is a way for men to be cheap. They want a roommate. Y'all, that's exactly what's going on here. Okay? And to you men, see, I have a male friend that has tapped out his budget. He has a new home, vehicle, and he told me that he wanted to have a female roommate so he could have intercourse with her, that he needed her to help him pay these bills. And I told him that if she's a roommate, she's not entitled or obligated to have sex with you because she's paying bills. If you want in-house vagina, you're gonna have to pay all the bills, because first of all, that's your house. That's a mortgage that you took out. All right? Her name is not on the promissory note that you gave to the lender. Okay? Your name is on it. Your name is on the mortgage. Okay? So if you need some roommates to come in and help bills, that's fine, but nobody has to have intercourse with you. So ladies, that's what these dudes are doing. But these men need to understand, nobody wants to be with a guy who can't pay bills, who wants you to move in with him to split everything. So let me talk about one situation. I had a friend, she was dating a guy, and I asked her brother, I said, what's going on with her? And you know, because I'm friends with him too, I asked him, what's going on with her and her boyfriend? He said, well, I don't know. You know, she said that he wanted them to move in together, and she said he kept pressuring her and kept trying to get for them to move in together. I already know what the deal is. When a guy's trying to get you to move in with him, he wants you to split the bills. Now, if you all know, I think her name is Shira7. Somebody's honking outside. Shira71. She's married to an older guy. He had money, so when they moved in together, he paid all the bills. Okay, so let me make this clear. Not in every situation, if a guy asks you to move in with him, he wants you to split the bills. But if he's around your age, 9 times out of 10, and you know his income, his intentions are for y'all to split the bills. All right. So she wanted to know, how do you tell him that you're not going to move in with him unless you're married? You just have to tell him. Once you all become serious, so let's say you meet a guy, of course you're not gonna bring up this in the first date and all that, because you want to keep things fun in the beginning, because men, when they think you're trying to get married or get into a serious relationship too soon, they get scared and run away. So let's say, don't bring that up until you all are in a relationship, serious relationship. And if he don't bring up living together or anything, just go with the flow. And when he brings it up, well, I want you to move in with me, that's when you tell him, okay, no, I'm not moving in with anyone unless I'm married to them. I don't believe in shacking up before marriage. I don't believe in living with a guy before marriage. If he gets upset, you explain to him why. You say, well, I'm open to it if the guy's going to pay all the bills. If not, no, I don't want to cohabitate with a man I'm not married to, because and he once again, he might say why, and you say, because the guy's gonna want me I'm pretty sure you're gonna want to have sex every day. You're gonna want me to cook and clean, and you should say him, those are wife duties. I'm sorry, if you want that out of me, you have to marry me. I'm sorry, I don't do wife duties when I'm a girlfriend. Right now we're boyfriend and girlfriend. If you want wifely duties from me, then we're to get married, then we can move in together. I'm required, a man that pays all the bills. That's what I require from a husband. Okay, from a boyfriend, we're living separately. We see each other from time to time. I'm okay with that. But if I was to live with you, I would require that you marry me, because I would be doing wife duties. You're gonna want me to cook, clean, have sex with you every night. You know, it's gonna be more of responsibility, and those are wife duties. You haven't made me your wife. Until you make me your wife, then I'm not moving in with you. Now, you don't have to say it in my tone, ladies. You don't have to say it in my tone. You can do it in a finessing. I wouldn't even call it finessing, because you're not trying to get anything out of him that he's not willing to give you. You're letting him know what your standards are. And see, ladies, what has happened is a lot of women have allowed men to get away with certain things. Collectively, women, our standards have lowered. I'm not saying every woman is going to get with a man that makes that's going to be a millionaire. I didn't say that. I'm saying, what is that you want, women? I'm not here to tell you what you want. Okay, what is it that you want? All right. Yeah, and I know this video is supposed to be for men, but this is dedicated to men. But even though I'm saying women, I'm talking about women or whatever. Women, what is it that you want? Okay. Because if you want a provider and you do not want to live with a guy before marriage, don't do it. Do not let him get you into doing it. And let me talk to you about what I did when I was in my early 20s, around 2021, my early 20s. I shacked up with a guy, okay? And I was the one that initiated, to be honest with you. We were staying with his sister. And I said, well, we were splitting the bills 3 ways. And I said, well, me and you just get an apartment together. And he was reluctant, and he finally did it because he said he lived with his child's mother and that was a bad experience and blah, blah, blah. So we moved in together, and he ended up liking it, but then I end up not liking it. See, ladies, when you do that, you shack up, you're not going to end up liking it. You want to know why? Because it was some things that was going on to where I wanted him to pay all the bills while I went to school for a time. He did not want to do that because I started out doing 50-50. See, ladies, when you start out 50-50, that's how he wants it to continue. Look, however you start with a person in a relationship is the way it's going to end. Most people, male or female, don't like for you to switch it up on them. Like for example, ladies, if you met a guy, he was paying all the bills, he was 100% provider, then 5 years down the road or 3 years down the road, he said, well, babe, I don't want to pay all the bills anymore, I want to go 50-50. Wouldn't you be upset? You'd be very upset, right? So ladies, think about it from that perspective. If you get with a guy and you went 50-50 with everything, you moved in with him, you split everything down the middle. Let's just say you want to change careers. Let's say you didn't want to work anymore because you was ready to have kids and get married and all that, and you wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and you told him, well, you know, I'm not gonna work anymore, I need you to pay all the bills. He's gonna be upset. So this young lady, you did the right thing by not doing that and moving on to a better guy, because the fact that you said that he kind of, you know, gave you an ultimatum and you all end up breaking up, the fact that he was that invested shows me that he needed your help financially. He needed your help financially. That's all that was. And he figured y'all go in together. See, this is what my problem is to these men. I'm back addressing you men. You want a woman to help you financially, but you said you the leader and you the man. But you don't want to marry nobody. See, y'all, I am determined to let women know that you are worth more than just a roll in the hay. Okay? You are worth marriage. If he can't see that, then you need to be with a man who can see that. He don't need any help from you. He's a male. He don't need your help. All right? So back to the men. You want a woman to move in with you. Hold on. Pay half the bills. Have intercourse with you. Cook, clean. Be your little freak. Do all this crap for you. I've heard some men say they want a woman to massage their back, rub their feet. You want her to cater you, but you want her to work full time, and God forbid if you get her pregnant, but you don't want to marry her. You don't want to marry her, and you want her to split bills. That is not what a woman of quality is looking for. Okay. You need you a pick-me chick. That's not what a woman of quality is looking for. And the fact that this guy basically they had to break up because he demanded for her to move in with him, he's a sorry bastard that needed help with the bills. Instead of him just saying help with the bills, this is what he should have did. He should have just got a roommate. Dude, if you needed help with the bills, do not try to move in your girlfriend. So you get in-house sex and she be cooking and cleaning. Basically they want you to move in and they want you to do wifely things without giving you a title, without marrying you. That's all they're trying to do. They're trying to get something for nothing. You're helping them pay the bills, which is supposed to be their job as the male, as the provider. Because if you come up pregnant, you don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. You need to be at home with your kids, and then he not even gonna allow you to do that. So women, when you start with a guy, you gotta set a standard with him. I'm not saying the first or second date talk about I'm not moving in with kids and I'm not moving in with you. We're not married and all that. Don't do that in the first date because you're gonna scare him off. And the first date, you don't even know if you even like to do. I'm saying once you guys are dating and you live separately, if he come to you with that crap, you let him know like, no, I'm not moving in with you unless you marry me. And I don't want to go 50-50. I'm looking for you to pay our bills if we move in together. So if you're not, up for that, paying all the bills and you're not ready for marriage, then things are going to stay the way they are. And then when he asks you again, well, why you don't move in before, why you don't want to move in and all that, and you say again, I'm not married. And so if I move in with you, okay, you're going to expect me to do wifely duties. Cook, clean, have sex with you every night, and do all this other stuff, plus paying bills. That's not what I'm looking for in a husband. My husband, I want him to provide, and then we're gonna live together. We're not gonna live together before I get married. And that's when you asking women. That's when you say, well, do you plan on marrying me? That's when you bring up the marriage. So when he starts talking about that moving in stuff and wanting you to be his roommate, see what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to go and get him a male roommate if he needs help with bills. And you stay at your apartment. When he has upgraded his income, then he can marry you, and then y'all move in together and he pays the bills. Because what if you want kids by him? So how you gonna, so the kids, you're gonna be at work all day, 10 hours a day, and have to have the kids in daycare when you have a husband who's supposed to be provided so you can be at home with your kids? See, when we have to take women, we have to take responsibility for our partners. And I know this video is supposed to be dedicated to men, but I'm talking to women. I'm going back and forth in this video, excuse me. Now back to the men. No woman that's sleeping with you every night wants to move in and be your roommate and help you pay bills. Get your money up. All right? And see, you men think you're slick. A lot of these women, you don't even have no intentions of marrying. See, ladies, they don't have no intent. Like that dude that I moved in with, my so-called boyfriend at the time, he didn't have no intentions of marrying me. Now, he did propose to me years later. I stayed with him way too long. He did, and I told him no. He waited too long. We was together for years, and now you want to propose? And he proposed to me after I broke up with him and I was sleeping on the couch because I was done. Then he wanted to propose to keep me living with him and to keep me, and at that time, he was paying the bills back, and it was going back and forth. We were splitting at first. We were splitting the bills at first. Then, he might quit a job. I might quit. Then it was all on one person. Then it go back to us both working. Then it went back to him paying most of the bills. But he was resentful. He was resentful that he had to pay most of the bills because we started out going 50-50. And so I realized I made a mistake by going 50-50. I know from here on out, any man I date, he needs to know I don't do 50-50. I'm looking for a provider. Flat out. You can't provide, we can't be together. Now, if we living separately, I'm paying my own bills, you're paying yours. I'm not going to require you, honestly, that's the way I feel about it. I'm not going to require him to pay my rent, his rent, all that. I'm not his wife. I'm not even going to go there. But when we go on dates and stuff, I want you to buy me things, take me out and all that. I ain't going to require that. I'm just saying that's just me. But if we was to get married and we're going to move in together, you're going to be the provider. Because once we get married, I'm going to want to have kids and be a stay-at-home mom. So you need to already know that you're the provider. If you start off with him 50-50, then you can't flip it on him. He's going to be upset. And he's right to be upset, women. Because if you got with a guy, he was providing, paying everything, then all of a sudden he said, well, let's say you and a guy move in together. He said, I'm going to pay everything. You ain't got to worry about no bills or nothing. Then 2-3 years down the road, he flip it on you and say, well, I don't want to work this job anymore. I need you to start working. We need to go 50-50. You're going to break up with him because that's not what you signed up for. So do not allow a man to do 50-50 with you in the beginning. Like I said, if y'all live separately and you pay your bills, he pay his, fine, whatever. Y'all just dating. Y'all casually dating, fine. But if he want to talk about that moving in, you like, yeah. So we're going down to City Hall. We're gonna get married, and you're gonna pay all the bills. I don't live with a guy if we're not married. I'm not doing wifely duties for a boyfriend. We're just boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay, you want me to be a wife, moving in, cooking and cleaning, screwing you every night. That's wifely duties. Okay, and I also need for you to pay all the bills. I'm moving with you. Okay, because my responsibilities are gonna go up. I'm gonna have to, be cooking for you, cleaning. I'm planning on eventually gonna have kids. I need to be a stay-at-home mom. Somebody's outside honking. I need to be a stay-at-home mom to be there for the kids. So, that moving in together, if you're not ready for the responsibility then of providing for a wife and kids, then I'm not moving in. We're not moving in together. Okay, you're looking for a roommate. I'm not. If you need a roommate, get you a male roommate and help. See, like in this case, he was supposed to get him a male roommate or multiple male roommates to help him pay the bills, and then you stay in your where you're at, your townhouse, your house, or your apartment, wherever you stay at. And now, if he want to merge, see, these men are trying to y'all trying to merge finances. You think you slick because y'all need help. I was watching Black Ink Crew, I remember, and it was an Asian girl named, I forgot her name. She ended up getting with a black guy. And he married her. He dated her for about a year or two and married her. So ladies, just know, if a man wants to be with you, he will marry you quickly, within 2 to 3 years. Now, if you're quite young, especially if you're over 30 or 20 or over 30, it don't take no man 5 years to figure out if he want to marry you, and he's over 30. It don't take that long. Yeah, early 20s, it might take him a little bit longer, but because he has experienced life. Yeah, but over 30, over 35, hitting 40, he talking about it's years and he ain't married you. He's full of crap. He don't want to marry you. So this black guy got with this Asian woman, married her within a year or two. He looked in his 30s, and he moved into her apartment, and she set down the ground rules, and he told her he wanted to move in with her because they could split the bills and things would be cheaper if they moved in together. See, because he didn't have. See, no, ladies, you need a man that can provide. They're looking for a roommate. They're looking to use you for your money. Okay, they're looking for help. But I'm ask you, some women, if that same man got $20 million, what would he do? Would he still be with you? Would he then pay all the bills then? See, no, he's looking for a pygmy chick. Somebody to help him build, somebody to help him because he can't afford to live on his own. So he wants you to merge his finances, then demand for you to do it? No, piece of trash, dude. Get you a male roommate. So to the men, if you're not ready to get married or to be a provider, do not ask a woman to move in with you. Okay? Go get you a male roommate and stop trying to use women for their money.